guess what? They're back. People, and welcome back to Jon Sheppard Fitness. Today, by popular demand, yes, popular demand, the thousands of people who absolutely loved this video, and this video, I've got another one. Yes, I have got another resistance band exercise, and this one is just for the arms. I've got a resistance band exercise workout just for your arms to get them bigger, to get them massive, so you can go out on your days out to the beach on lockdown and show off your guns and look huge in front of all the other people while you're 2 meters away, and it will all be down to these babies. So if you're really interested in resistance bands and you really want to get big arms, stay tuned, because this video will be the best video you've ever seen with resistance bands. You're probably thinking, well, you've done all them videos with resistance bands, all them exercises. We don't need to watch this one because you've done all the exercises. Yes, I've done the basic exercises. I've done exercises for all parts of the body, but this is just for the arms. And I've never actually told you how to build muscles on your arms to get them bigger, right? You can get bigger muscles loads of ways. It doesn't have to be a dumbbell, it doesn't have to be a barbell, it can actually be with resistance bands. And you know why? Because I'm going to tell you, of course. So then, what do you need? You need either resistance bands or bungee cords. If you don't know what bungee cords are, then they're the things you stick in the back of the car to hold things down. You can get them from anywhere, B&Q, Home Base, any DIY shop, right? They're about $6.99 for a pack. Or you can get them off Amazon, which are about tenner for better ones like this, and they're longer and they're stronger. Then what you need to do is you want to think of some exercises that will actually build your arms up. There's plenty of arm exercises. What do you do in the gym? What do you actually do in the gym? Do you do dumbbell curls? Do you do hammer curls with a bar, with dumbbells? Do you do machine curls? Do you do cable curls? What do you do? Do you just work the bicep, or do you work the tricep? And that's the key with this. You might think this is going to be your ultimate workout about to get bigger muscles on your arms. Yes, it is, but I don't need to tell you what exercise this is. I don't need to show you loads of different exercises. You've already got them. I'm going to actually be telling you how to actually build muscles on your arms. And a lot of people still don't know this. So if you're actually thinking, I'm going to do a workout with resistance bands, well, I'm sorry, I'm not. This is going to be an educational tutorial about how to build muscle with resistance bands. You don't need me to go through exercises to show you how to do a different sort of arm exercise. You've got them in that video and that video. So what do you have to do to build bigger arms? With an arm, you have many muscles. You have the bicep and the tricep, right? Why is it called the bicep? Because it's a bi. Bi means two, right? Why is it called a tricep? Because it's three muscles. Tri, which means three. And you need to work both of them. A lot of people will automatically go to the bicep because that is the thing what you see. Yes, it always looks great when you've got that big, nice, peaky, chunky bicep, but if you just work the bicep, your arms will not be any bigger. You'll have a big bicep, but you'll have a skinny arm. What you need to do is you need to actually work the tricep more than the bicep. And do you need to actually do arm exercises to do this? It all depends on actually what you actually do for a workout. If you just do random fluffy stuff, which is basically isolation moves, so you do standing there doing some curls, doing some shoulder pressing, you know, quite light stuff, you're not really going to build muscle. You need to actually work that muscle, challenge it, kick its ass and do some proper workouts. You want to make that arm burn in both bicep and tricep. I'm going to tell you my 3 top tips to actually build a bigger arm, and that is through different sorts of exercises. And the first one is actually lifting heavy weights. Right, you need to lift weights that will burn out the muscle. And I'm not talking about absolutely stupid weights that you are cheating it up, so you're just basically throwing it up, or you're putting all your weight down, so you're using different parts of the muscle to get the weight down. I'm talking about a weight where you can do probably 3 or 4, maybe 5, you know, but it's a struggle. And I want you to get that weight and then do it. And then when you've actually finished doing it, where you can do it actually normal, I want you to then cheat. So when you're doing your barbell curl or your resistance curl, the resistance bands is, I want you to put as many resistance bands as possible you've got all on the arm, and do a curl with them. And I'm talking about, so if you have got the resistance bands, which are the fancy ones with the red, yellow, green bands, put them all on, right? I've tried them and they're okay. I would say they're roughly about 15 kg, which to me is quite light, but because of the resistance it makes it feel a bit more. And I want you to do as many as possible. Do proper reps, as many as you possibly can, and then when you struggle, cheat them up and then release slowly down. And I want you to try and do that, right? If they are lighter, then get more resistance bands, get cable pulleys, wrap them all around. If you've got 100 resistance bands, do it, you know, depending on how strong you are. And all you need to do is struggle. So if you can do about 4 or 5, but then you struggle, then get to about 8 and do the cheat reps. And that's all you need to do. Do 4 sets of that. So aim for about 8 to 12 reps. So, but really struggling in them last 4 where you're cheating up and then slowly releasing down. Number 2, see, when you've got resistance bands, they're nothing like dumbbells. They're nothing like free weights. But what advantage that they have got over dumbbells is that resistance part, which dumbbells do not have, which bars do not have. So you can make a workout actually trickier both ways. You can make it harder on that way, and you can make it harder on that way. Sometimes you can make it harder on both ways if you have a tight enough resistance band. I find some actual exercises that actually can work the muscle both ways. For instance, a good one would be a Superman curl, where you would have 2 resistance bands each side, and you would pull it up, and that would be resistance. But because they're tight, they would want to pull your arms back, and it would be working that way as well. That's a great exercise, and that will build the peak of your arm up. Another one would be overhead. So hanging it somewhere behind you and then pulling it like that, which will be resistance, but also because it's pulling you, you'll be fighting it back as well, and it will work your tricep. So then you have actually big arms and not little skinny girl arms. And the final tip is, if you have weights, put the weights and the resistance bands together and then make the ultimate workout. You can use these 2 things together, and you might think, how's it going to work? Well, what do you think cable machines are? Cable machines have that sort of weight where you can put on as much weight as possible you want to, but they have that resistance as well. You know, it has that, wants to pull you back, you know, it wants to pull you down. And it's the same with weights. Obviously some exercises won't work like others, but just, you know, just experiment. Find ones that work, find ones that are challenging. A good idea would, a good exercise would be using a bar. Wrap the resistance bands around the bar and just do a bicep curl, right? Stick some weights on and carry on doing the bicep curl. You could challenge yourself by putting a lot of weight on and then doing a bicep curl with the resistance bands and then dropping the weight off, you know, when you're struggling, carrying on, dropping more weight off, carrying on until it's just a bar, and then take the resistance bands off at the end and then just carrying on bar, repping it out until you cannot do any more reps at all. And you know what, all you're wanting to be doing is trying to burn out that muscle, make them muscles ache. And when you come to the end of the workout, your arms feel like you can't do any more. And a good way of testing if you have actually worked out your arms is by doing that. If you can touch your shoulder with your thumb, that means you haven't worked out your arms at all. Obviously I haven't done my arms, so I can do it, but usually it'll be like that. So that is my top 3 tips on how to actually build muscle with resistance bands. I know there is no exercises in it, but if you really do need the exercises and me to show you how to do the exercises, well, you just have to comment down below and beg me to do them, because I've done over 200 exercises with resistance bands. You know, there's plenty of resistance band exercises on them videos. So if you do not know how to do a certain move, there is plenty of them on there, from bar work, from dumbbell work, from just the resistance bands, you know. So the links will be down below. But I hope this has helped you out. You know, resistance bands do get slated a lot. You know, I actually do not like them myself because, you know, I'm a proper gym boy. I like my gym. I like my weights. I like dumbbells. I like the metal clanging, you know. And I've never used resistance bands ever. Yeah. So try these actually out. You know, they're not as bad as you think. You know, we've probably got about just over a month until gyms are back open, and you know, it's either doing this, you know, or doing nothing. And like I said, doing something is better than doing nothing. You know, if you haven't got these, they're only cheap, 14 quid. You know, if you have enjoyed it, you know, just give me a like. Yeah. If you don't, I'll use these in a different way. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and I will catch you with another video.